Imagine this. You enter a match trying your best to grind out the tech tree. Your team disintegrates almost immediately, but despite their incompetence, you outmaneuver all of the enemy planes and start methodically killing them all. Your heart is pumping louder and louder in your ears as you narrowly avoid enemy fire, being careful to keep up your speed. You meticulously dismantle all the opposing forces. 7 air kills. This is shaping up to be your best match ever when all of a sudden, the action comes to a stop. You don't see any more planes, but you check the stats and see that one guy is remaining. This is where the dumpster fire decisions at Gaijin come in to ruin your match. The last guy, an SU-17, decides that he wants to run away for the last few minutes of the match while the tickets slowly drain and you can do absolutely nothing. I hate ticket bleed. Automatic ticket bleed is objectively bad. Instead of rewarding players for being useful to their team, it rewards players for running away and avoiding conflict. If your team has a significant ticket advantage, you don't have to do anything. Victory in a match should not be decided by a player who runs away for the last 10 minutes. Tickets should only ever go down from player action. It is the most disappointing thing in the world to win a 1v5 but lose the match because of ticket bleed. I have even had some matches that end in the first 5 or 10 minutes because the strike fighters kill all of the ground targets. This problem is especially bad above 9.0 now that we have extremely powerful strike fighters like the A-10, Su-25, and F-111. To be honest, I think AirRB needs drastic, extreme changes, but I know most people don't think that, so I will only talk about solutions that I believe to be objective improvements to the game mode. The first change Gaijin needs to make is completely removing automatic ticket bleed. This will drastically improve late-game gameplay by making victory a direct result of player action. It will actually be possible to win from a seemingly impossible position, which will bring more tension to uneven AirRB matches. If Gaijin only wants to make minor changes, they could change the way victory is measured. Instead of one team winning and one team losing, they could have several different metrics for victory. For example, one team might get the most ground targets, which would give them the ground victory bonus. They could also have bonuses for the most bases and obviously for the most fighters defeated. In this system, there would be no tickets and the game would only end if all of the fighters of one team were dead or the time ran out. The next thing Gaijin could do to improve air-realistic battles is to make victory dynamic rather than binary. Instead of one team winning and one team losing, each team gets rewards directly proportional to team action. The research point multiplier would be increased when a team performed useful actions like killing tanks, anti-air, fighters, and bases. For example, if one team destroyed 20 tanks, 10 fighters, and 3 bases, that would be equivalent to having a 375% research point multiplier. 5% for each tank, 20% for each fighter, and 25% for each base. If you were on this team and you got the 100% skill bonus for getting 4 of the air kills, your result would look something like this. 4,000 research points for useful actions in the game multiplied by 4.75 and an additional 2 times for the skill bonus, giving you 38,000 RP. Keep in mind, any boosters you would activate would be added to the skill bonus, not to the team multiplier. Even if you didn't get the skill bonus, but you still ended up with 4,000 base research points, you would still make 19,000 research points because of how well your team did. This system would have much less emphasis on victory or defeat, and the individual player would be able to get just as many, and occasionally more research points on the losing team than on the winning team, although 90% of the time, the winning team would still make more. You might be thinking, wouldn't the players on the losing team just give up and cut their losses if their team had next to no kills? And for that I've thought of a solution. Research point reward could be multiplied based upon the proportion of teammates to enemies there are. So if you are the last remaining member of your team and you get a kill while 6 of the enemy planes are still alive, you would get 300% more research points for that action. However, if your entire team was alive and you kill the last guy on the enemy team, you would still get the full 100% for that kill. This system would encourage losing teams to still try their best even if their team bonus was fairly low. I know this system isn't perfect, but I do think it's far better than our current one. If you can think of any flaws or improvements I could make to this system, please let me know in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed.